Public Safety and Justice Committee to order. Can I first get a motion to, do I need separate motions or just one?
You can do one motion to
Okay,
allow them to participate. Just
a motion to allow both Member Elsasser, thank you, Paul, and Member Daly. Can I get a second? Brandy? Let's see if that's logged.
All right. Was everybody able to do that on their iPad? Stand by. Megan might have to add that as an item, the same way.
Right.
Oh, we're going to voice vote this one. Okay.
Okay. All in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. Good to proceed?
Yep.
All right. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes? Rob and Brandy, thank you.
All right. So, yeah, Brandy, you should hit the second.
Oh, Danny, can you second the approval for the minutes? Awesome. All right, we will move on to our informational items.
You need a vote, Madam Chair.
Oh, okay.
Please
we'll go
vote.
Back. What's that?
Please vote.
We'll go back to approving our minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right.
Yeah. If you're able, you should vote on your iPad.
I'm trying. Oh, it says it's Senate.
Okay. Yep. All right. Linda, we've received your vote.
Okay, twice.
Probably. So.
My iPad's over there. Oh, yeah, that's right. You don't have Are they? All right, we'll move forward. Looks like the ayes have it. We'll move on to our informational items here. We have the ETSB today. Here you are. Welcome.
How about now?
Yes, thank you.
Hi, everyone. Just here to report, Stark County is done.
Congrats.
There's a few little items that we still have outstanding, but they're just minor little things that need to be done at the PSAP itself. It is up and running. We've had no issues with the PSAP since October, since we did the grand opening. Our Bartonville and Peoria PSAPs are both running well. We've not had any issues with those. So everything's well and going good at the ETSB. Any questions?
Just because there's been many conversations recently about staffing, how have you guys been on that accord?
It's my understanding from Brandon Blaney, our PSAP administrator, that he's hired 3 or 4 new dispatchers. So we're getting better, in a much better situation that we were, and we were kind of in an almost dire situation with a few that we lost, but it's getting much better now. We did hire, we were short one in Bartonville, but they did finally get an individual hired for that. She's in training right now, but she should be completed by March, I believe, and she'll be a full dispatcher, licensed and everything. So, and Stark is fully staffed as well.
Great. Okay, any questions from the committee? All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have the public defender here today? I don't see. Nobody in the hallway, I assume. All right, we'll move on to PCAPs.
Right, good afternoon. I don't have anything to add to the monthly report except for the fact that we did close the year with 6,006 animals, which is record intake in the last 10, 15 years for us. So animals just keep pouring into shelters, and we are definitely feeling the effects of that.
Well, thank you for doing what you've been doing. If you want to stay there, we'll move on to the rest then. As far as resolutions, can I get a motion to both accept and appropriate the Byerlin Estate donation? Rob and Paul, thank you. Sorry, I didn't see your hand. We're good. All right.
All right, this is a donation that came to us from the Byerlin Estate and was designated for basically anything but salaries and wages. And so we are excited to hopefully use it for the crematory system that is at the end of its life.
All right. Any questions or concerns? All right. All in favor of accepting the donation? Aye.
Aye.
Linda?
I voted
Oh, great.
electronically. I hope.
And we're good?
There you go.
All right.
It says you received my vote.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Linda.
Okay, thanks.
We also have the PCAP's cremation system resolution. Can I get a motion? Danny? Are you good? Rob? Right. Go ahead, Becky.
All right, so I worked with Jim in purchasing for an RFP for the animal cremation system. The RFP was published on October 18th with a return date of November 20th. We received 3 proposals in return. One was incomplete as they'd left out some of the pricing information as to removal and disposal of the existing unit, which is several thousands of pounds and will need a crane to get out of the building. So that could be a significant cost. And then the other 2, we would like to propose Matthews Environmental as the least expensive complete proposal, and it was $95,000 with a contingency of $5,000 to total the $100,000 that will be completely covered by the Byerlin Estate.
And the current system you have is pretty dated, is that correct?
The current system we have is at the end of its life. We have several repairs that need to be made to the system. In lieu of making the repairs, we'd like to kind of nurse it along to try to get through until the new one comes in. And it seems that with the timelines proposed that we're going to be able to do that.
Okay.
It's just not at its full capacity anymore. It's a lesser capacity, so we're able to make it work.
Okay. Any questions on the use? Yes, Danny.
The only question I have is, did we look at utilizing a third party for cremation services until this unit came in? like the cost of that compared to repairing the current?
Yeah, we've done that in the past, and it's never been even close to cost effective. In our experience, we did not necessarily price that as a third comparison this time around, because we've used some of the local crematories in lieu of not having our unit functioning at full capacity, and the prices were so astronomical that we wouldn't be able to afford that.
I just want to clarify, I was asking about if we looked at using a third-party cremation service only while we were waiting on the new unit, rather than repairing it.
Oh, I see, I see. So we will if we have to.
Okay.
So we've not put any money into repairs to date yet on this old unit, and we'll try to hold off, just knowing that it's functioning a little bit lower than capacity. And we'll just be kind of a little bit smarter and more thrifty about how we do things at the shelter in order to meet the demand of the unit right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Any other questions? All right. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. Ayes have it. And I will move on to our last resolution, the appellate prosecutor authorization. Can I get a motion? Paul and Rob, thank you. Are you covering this one?
You want me to do it? I can do it. All right, Madam Chair, so this is an item that is an annual item for the committee and the board. This $41,000 contribution, which is the amount this year, I believe back when a decade or so ago, it was in the mid to upper 30s, so the dollar value hasn't changed substantially. This is a contribution we make to the state appellate prosecutor program, which is run by the Office of the State Attorney Appellate Prosecutor. They aid all the state's attorneys across the state with criminal convictions that go up on appeal. That saves our state's attorney's office and the other state's attorneys across the state a tremendous amount of time and expense in manpower or person power, in that if this program did not exist, Jody's office would have to actually have attorneys that specialized in appeal cases, which are fewer in quantity, and as a result, command higher wages. And so, it would cost us much more than the $41,000 that this contribution is. I don't know off the top of my head how many of the criminal convictions go up on appeal each year, but I'd be willing to bet it's an overwhelming majority. This, again, program we've been participating in for multiple decades, and if Jody were here herself, I'm sure she would say it is an excellent value to the county and the taxpayers of Peoria County.
And from conversations previously, can you mention how it's changed over the last, decade or so? I believe that number that 41,000 hasn't increased.
Right. So it's probably gone up in the last, I would say, even maybe 15 years. It's gone up by less than $10,000. It was in, I think, 10, 15 years ago, it was in the $36,000 range. So very little change as we've seen prices go up almost everywhere else, this number really has stayed relatively flat.
Any questions on this one? There's no questions, we'll vote. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Great, ayes have it. Now we will- Any public comment? Miscellaneous? All right, we're adjourned.